Hello, hello. Welcome to SPTV Never Ends. I am Kelly, aka Artsy Tartsy. I have not been here in a long time, so I thought I would pop on. I will wait to see if anybody pops on, which I have a feeling there will be shortly. I don't have a lot to talk about, as usual. Oh my goodness. Once again, my desk is cluttered. So, oh no, oh no. I was working with hot glue and now I have stuff stuck where it doesn't need to be stuck. Luckily, hot glue. Hi, hi, hi. How are you? Yeah, I haven't been on here in so long because I've been working on this project, trying to get it finished, and I had to, I am making a model of a kennel, a dog kennel, and I had to do the roof all over, and so that set me back about 4 days. And I haven't even checked my email today. I know I sent you an email. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. You're just gonna have to forgive me for not calling. It's because I've been so every minute that I'm up, I've been spending trying to get this project finished for this man, so I can get paid and so he can get his kennel. He's waiting to go on a TV show, and I guess local in Las Vegas, and he needs this miniature that I'm building for him so he can show it on Las Vegas TV. So anyway, I'm busy, busy. I'll show you here's the cages. They're all separated, you know. Of course, it has hot glue strings stuck to it right now. I have to get all those off. But I mean, this is only half of the fence, and it took me a whole day. And I still have another half of the fence to build, plus the main kennel building has two smaller buildings coming off of it. I have one of those, I have about one and a half of those built, so no worries if you have a commission finish that for sure. Yes, you are right about that. And boy, I thought this was going to be finished like a week ago. And so, going back and having to redo the whole roof. The roof has 10 skylights, excuse me, 10 skylights on. I haven't got my tooth fixed either. It has 10 skylights on each side. So cutting and framing each skylight, that's what takes so long. But looks like the rack. Yeah, everything's starting to come together, and at the end it will come together real fast because excuse me, I'm so scratchy. It couldn't be my cigarettes. Um, yeah, I'm building like all the buildings separate, so at the end when I put everything together, it will happen fast. Hi, Mike. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. There's only one person here, so I'm confused on who it is. anyway, so I was thinking of setting up um, my phone on the tripod and filming me as I work, but trying to figure out uh, where the camera's aiming and then trying to watch the chat while I'm working, all that's a little too confusing. So I decided not to live stream me building this thing. Where did my lighter go? I lose everything. Oh, goodness. LA streams and freaking out. Yeah, I have not watched one thing that happened today, so I have no clue what's going on. Is there anything important happening? Is DOA still camped out in a tent? I know last thing I saw of him was, I guess, yesterday when they had that big cement truck there. You have to take breaks too, yeah. Um, yeah, the last I saw about DOA was when the cement truck was there yesterday morning, giving him hell, and then finally he walked away when the police got there because the Scientology guy was claiming that DOA assaulted him when it was actually him that ran into DOA. But, they believe the Scientos, so I don't blame him for getting out of there. Uh, so disgusting how quick they are to arrest the protesters. Just, uh, I get so angry. And I need to make I have not put up any new content this week. Well, for about, I'd say 10 days, maybe going on 2 weeks. No, they succeeded in getting a restraining order on him. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. And you forgot who else needed. Oh my God. That is unfreaking believable. That blows my mind. It's not easy to get a restraining order. They are just taking away his um, First Amendment right to protest. And how they keep getting away with all this shit is so disgustingly wrong. What it did is to have them pull back, delegate some new leadership, and push on. It's bringing more people. Good, good. Wow, that is unbelievable. Because DOA is too much for them. And it just blows my mind that they were able to get restraining orders. I mean, how? He's not any like threat to them physically, or he doesn't go and touch them. He doesn't threaten them with, I'm going to kill you or I'm going to beat you up. So how are they able to get restraining orders? It has to be all money, and the restraining order is such crap. Under a scope, it's horse crap, so it will be fine. um so does he get when does he have to wait for a court date to fight it, or can he go in now and try to fight it? They probably make him wait for the hearing, don't they? That's what I would imagine. There's probably nothing he can do immediately, I'm thinking. They really do. Too bad there were 2,000 people watching DOA's plan. It's great. There's about 20,000 into this movement. Yes, yes. It surprises me that we don't have an attorney in the LA area that's part of our movement that could help somehow, you know? It seems like out of all these people, oh, $20,000 actually. Wow. Yeah, really needs to have, he should go to the ACLU. I know they help a lot of people, the American Civil Liberties. They have attorneys that fight injustices all the time. Maybe I'll drop him an email. Of course, streamers like him get so many emails that they don't have time to open up a lot of them, and I imagine it gets so overwhelming for them that they might stop even checking their email very often because there's so many of them. But I might try to email him and just go so high it's scaring the ones at the top. Yeah, it is. But I mean, it's not. They're not going to be able to manipulate the law forever. At some point, it's going to have to start turning around to where they are going to have to obey the laws of the land. They're just so used to not being law abiding citizens and a law abiding group. They are so used to doing what they want and getting away with it and not being challenged that they're going to continue to do that until they are stopped, and they know that we are well on our way to stopping them right now. I'm looking for my lighter. I have no. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I hope they're getting scared because they should be getting scared because any kind of group that's doing the kind of things they're doing, and I don't even think. I think a lot of the high ups have been doing it for so long and have gotten away with not abiding by the laws for so long that they don't even think they're doing anything so wrong, because they have been getting away with it forever. But we'll see. We will see. Oh, my little dog just made a little bed on top of his bed. I have these chew sticks for him that are like wrapped in something. The chew stick, and he eats off the wrapping and leaves the chew stick. So there are like one, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 10 chew sticks lying on his bed, um, with all of the wrapping eaten off of him, and he's laying right by him. It's so funny. Yep, the fabric holding up the patriarchy is unraveling, and they are scared. I hope they're scared. I really hope they are. I think I don't even think they're that scared. I just think they're mad right now. I doubt they're scared, really, because they think they are so right that they're convinced that they're going to win because they've always won. Um, I think they're just mad right now, don't you? I don't think we really scare them because they have not seen the police um, go against them yet. They've only seen the police go against the protesters. Um, when it starts switching around to them being called out on their shit and then starting to get arrested, uh, that's when I think they'll be scared. I think they're just mad right now. They're too they're too stupid to realize that this is the beginning of the end for them. Don't you think? I do. I think they don't even realize that this is really the beginning of the end. Only because I say that again, because they've gotten away with it for so many years. Yes, you think we are scaring them because the protesters are taping the crimes and the LAPT. Scientology doesn't have control over us. Yeah, I guess I know they are. Yeah, for sure they're afraid of the cameras. You are right about that. You are right about that. Well, they can get more scared because, I mean, like I said, they should be scared because of the things that they do. They should be scared because one day someone might just be held accountable, for it. There's going to be a time when I don't know who it's going to be, but someone potentially could get, or not just one, a group of them potentially are facing prison time. You know, they might not think it right now. They might think that they have enough money to buy their way out of it, and they might, knowing the way our judicial system is going lately. I mean, we have proof. Just look at what happened to Trump. Um, Talk about misuse of the justice system. That just is disgusting. No, I'm not taking up for Trump. I'm just saying the way our judicial system was used in that instance is just wacko crazy. I always knew there wasn't a lot of justice in the justice system because I've been in the system and I know that police and prosecutors will say and do anything. They will lie at the drop of a hat and not get in trouble for it. And people accused of crimes, they say you're innocent until proven guilty. I don't believe that for a second. You're guilty, and if you're lucky enough to prove yourself innocent, then you may not get convicted. If you're rich enough to prove yourself innocent, you may not get convicted. But they don't get called out when they're lying. They might get called out, but you know, more often than not, they are the ones that are believed over the accused. And the camera can't lie. That's the problem. Yes, that's true. That's true. Thank goodness all the cameras and filming, you know. Hi, Karen, and welcome. You can't believe what is thrown at the protesters every day. It seems to motivate some to fight more. It's like a chess game. I'm telling you, I if I was I often think, gosh, what would I have done if I would have been there? I think I would have already been arrested by now. Um, Maybe not. Maybe I've gotten smarter in my older age, but some of the injustices that I've seen, I think I would absolutely just flip out over it. Like I said, maybe not. I am planning on going to Austin. I hope this coming month to visit my son. He's there for the summer, and I've always wanted to protest. Um, so we'll see how I act in front of the Austin org. I don't know yet. I don't know. The police are um, tricking each legal. Wait, the police are taking each legal set of these boxes that really box people in, and it's sad. Yes, it is. It's horrible. Hey, Kimberly, I was just asking. I haven't watched anything that happened today, and I just found out that DOA and Danny and one other person have restraining orders against them. That blows my mind. Hi, coffee first, please. Welcome. Yeah, I just can't believe they were able to get restraining orders because I was always under the impression that a restraining order is not so easy to get. Um, guess I'm wrong, or I guess temporary restraining orders, maybe I heard are a little easier to get, but to get one that sticks is pretty hard. But yeah, Austin with Pearl Snappy. Yes, yes. I can't wait to meet her, and there's a couple of other people I would want to meet. Yeah, especially on Danny. Yeah, I mean, talk about a quiet one. Danny is quiet. Oh, you didn't hear about that either, Kimberly? Yeah, I guess three people, the Scientos, succeeded in getting restraining orders against, so they can't go to the Blue Building. Probably can't get close to any of their properties, I would think. I don't know. But Oregon Valley Girl said that it has made more people come out, and other people have kind of taken over down there, I guess. This is new, just today. Yeah. You don't need to apologize about anything. Quite soft spoken and seems like a hard worker. Yes. Yeah, Danny and Leah, they are both pretty quiet, you know. It is surprising that they would be able to get one against him. The only reason I would say that might have made it easier was that he was arrested, um, you know, during one of his protests. Maybe that is what made it easier for them to get one on Danny. That's what I would say, just because of that false arrest, you know, that didn't stick. I call it a false arrest. It was a real arrest, but none of the charges stuck. They used screaming curses from one. Oh, wow. Wasn't Danny due to the scooter guy again? Oh, maybe so, Karen. Yeah, I forgot about the scooter guy. I forgot about that. But I don't, he didn't get arrested for that, or did he? Oh, yeah, he did. That's right. He did. But did the charges stick on that one? I can't remember. But yeah, it was probably, you're right. It's probably because of the scooter guy. Yeah. Yeah, coffee first, please. I had forgotten about that. But that makes sense. There's been so many things that have happened. It's hard to remember them all. I'm glad there's a lot of us, so with the group of us, everybody can remember everything collectively. I'm sure a lot of them are keeping close records, you know, of incidents that happened every night. Yeah, I don't know. The scooter guy did get the restraining order. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Does he live around there or something? He must. That's probably why he, yeah, I bet the scooter guy must live in one of those buildings. Yeah, they combined Danny's scooter guys and Matthew and are making it a restrain. I don't understand order. Um, who's Matthew? I'm not sure who Matthew is. Is he a new protester? You know what was wild also was during the convoy when they saw what's his name from Salem, that guy from Salem inside of La Poubelle. That was crazy. I never really knew who he was. I saw the interview he did with never can remember her name, the owner of La Poubelle. Um, that was a long interview that I wouldn't even call it an interview because she came to him. But you know what? I was thinking I wouldn't doubt it if Scientology told her which protester to try to befriend, because they're watching all of that. And I bet Scientology put a bug in her ear about, was it Danny from Salem or Daniel from Salem? I bet I bet they put the bug in her ear. Matthew is the other bad actor. I don't know exactly his handle, but they took cursing from one person and Scooter Guy and put it in the restraining order. It's horseshit. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Unbelievable. Yeah. Dale from Salem was inside La Poubelle. Yes, yes. But what I was saying is, I bet Scientology told the owner to go out that day and talk to him about how we're all, you know, we're all just people, and I'm just trying to make a living. This is my business, and me and my mother have been running this place for so long, and we don't, we're not against the Jane Does and whatever lies that she was telling. I kind of have a feeling that out of all the people that have been there protesting, she picked Daniel from Salem, and I think it's because that's who Scientology told her to go after because he was like one of the quiet ones. Even though he was out there, he wasn't making a lot of noise. You know what I mean? I don't know. It was just a thought I had. Anyway, it's so funny. There were 8 people in the chat. Now there's 2. So I guess people pop in and out to see what's going on over here. Hi, George Wallace. Welcome. Um, there's not much going on this channel right now, that's for sure. I just wanted to pop on because it's been so long and let everybody know the reason I haven't had anything up in a while. We were talking about the restraining orders. I just found out that DOA and Danny and someone else were presented with restraining orders today, and it just blew my mind. And so I was getting the scoop on that. Yeah, and it's probably old news to a lot of people, but it was kind of new news to me. Um, I'm an artist and I work at night because I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and it's really hot during the day here. Plus, I live with my roommate slash ex-husband, and he paints. He's 87, okay, and he works all night every night, and I kind of got on his schedule. So I don't catch a lot of stuff during the day. I watch it on replay, and I didn't have time to watch anything on replay yet. So I was being filled in about the restraining orders. That's been our topic of conversation. It hasn't been much, but um, yes, Oregon Valley Girl. I will, like I said, give me till I'm hoping to have this done, hopefully by Friday or Saturday, and then I'll be able to correspond with you more. So just if you can hold on till then, I really appreciate it. But yeah, I appreciate you. I really do appreciate what you sent me. And yeah, like I said, I haven't even checked my email today. But anyway, so George Wallace, we could change the topic. I would never really have a topic much. I come on here and um, gosh, talk about all different kinds of stuff. A lot of times, I my life is like a series of short stories. Um, I experienced homelessness 2.5 years ago. I'm in a wheelchair. I was married to a narcissist, and he's my roommate now. So I talk about that sometimes. I have a tooth missing. I broke my tooth. Gosh, it's probably been 3 or 4 weeks now, and haven't gotten it fixed yet. Um, I just want everybody to know I'm aware of it because it's really embarrassing. But I do interview people. Sometimes they come on and tell their trauma story because I felt like never ends need an outlet sometimes, for validation. And I am in a wheelchair. I had 22 years ago, I had a very bad bicycle accident. I went over the handlebars, landed on my left forehead, had traumatic brain injury, and um, I'm left with a spinal cord injury. I have a little movement in my legs. I can walk a few steps if I'm holding on to something like a wall or a counter. Like my wheelchair won't fit into my bathroom, so I hold on to the counter and walk to the toilet. Yeah, it was a pretty bad accident. Yeah, I've been in a wheelchair for like 22 years. It is it's no fun. I've gotten used to it, but I do have my moments. I get frustrated. It takes me 3 times as long to do anything as an able-bodied person. I say 3 times as long. Sometimes it takes even longer than that. Like, it just takes me longer to do stuff. And I was always a real busy person, always running around doing things, keeping real busy. So when I got set down and, imagine your life changes overnight. It's hard to it's hard to figure it all out, and it took me a few years. I was mad at myself for a long time because there were certain things I had to learn how to do different. But anyway, I have a lot of stories I tell. Some of them are like things you would not even believe. I mean, um, I'm not going to tell the whole story, but one time I was flying to Las Vegas and the police were waiting for me to get off the plane, and I had gained like 20 pounds. And the picture they had of me didn't look anything like I looked. And so I walked right past them and went straight to the bathroom and changed clothes. And I heard them in the bathroom looking for me. I heard them on the radio. Of course, I stood on the toilet or squatted on the toilet, waited for them to leave. They were outside the bathroom. I walked right by them again, hopped on a shuttle bus, and they didn't catch me. So that's one story I will tell sometime. But I have all kinds of crazy stories like that are sometimes unbelievable but true. Why is your narcissist ex your roommate? Yeah, I can't afford to live by myself right now. So no, we have separate rooms. We fight all the time. It's not real good, but it's not real bad. And thank you. I for my strength and tenacity. I might have tenacity. I don't know about strength. I'm strong in areas, yeah, but I appreciate that. But yeah, it is a money thing for sure, for sure, for sure. But I'm working on that. And actually, just tonight I was offered a new place to live. So, like I said, we're living in Jacksonville, Florida right now, but we are planning on moving to northern Arizona. No, Karen, I don't have a website yet. I make jewelry mainly. I mean, but I don't just like bead. I actually solder and stuff like that and work with silver. And I took last year off just to build my inventory. So I have a lot of inventory. I am going to be putting together an Etsy shop. So right now, though, I've been working on a project that I got hired to do. One of his friends lives in Las Vegas, and he was wrongfully incarcerated for 28 years. So he was just exonerated and let out of prison about 5 years ago. And about 2 years after that, the state paid him $2 million, and he is looking to open a animal rescue somewhere around Las Vegas. And he sent me a video of the building and some floor plans, and I am building a miniature replica, and it's taken me a lot longer than I thought it would. So I'm working on getting that finished, and then after that, I can concentrate on maybe getting my Etsy shop. So I'm always busy, busy, busy. There's not enough hours in the day for sure, for sure. But and art, let's see. I started working in polymer clay about a year ago also. So I've incorporated some of that into my jewelry. Trying to see, I don't have anything real handy, but anyway, I've shown some of my stuff on camera before. Like I said, I don't have anything within arm's reach really, except my SPTV. This is a keychain. It's made out of polymer clay, and I make magnets like this, or I'll throw a leather adjustable leather cord on something like this for a necklace. But I make some really neat things out of polymer clay. Let's see. I just found a box of like some pendants. Let me see if I have anything I can. Not that one. Let's see. Um, let's see. Like here's a have it on. Here's a pendant. This is polymer clay, and it's resin over it. It's just kind of an abstract. Um, but I actually make beads out of polymer clay too. That like little flowers, that you can add to that I add. I um, use silver with it, or semi-precious beads. I have a lot of semi-precious stones, and had during the fundraiser. Yes, Karen, thanks. Yeah, I was showing some of those during the fundraiser, but no one ordered anything. But that's okay. Um, would I move away if I have the chance? Yes. And like, did I say earlier today I was offered a place in Northern California? That's funny because that's where we moved from. But we have a bit in common. Oregon Valley girl. Cool. Hi, Daniel. Welcome. Yeah, and so Northern California, but we were living on the coast in Northern California, kind of up, not quite as far as Eureka, but a friend of mine lives more inland, like more the Sacramento area, but not Sacramento. Um, so I'm thinking of moving in with her or her cousin who does artsy stuff like I do. Um, After the cruise, I'm planning on making a trip up there to visit them to check it out, and so I could possibly be moving there. Um, so yes, George Wallace, I definitely would move, but I've always been like that. I will pick up and move in a heartbeat. Always, and I've lived a lot of places too. I'm trying to find something else to show y'all. I mean, I have a ton of this stuff, but this polymer clay just has me so fascinated. Um, And but when you say clay and that you put it with to make jewelry, a lot of people think that it might look a certain way. No, you can call me anything you want. Kelly, artsy. Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Um, you were born in Folsom, Coffee First. Folsom, Folsom, Folsom. Where is that exactly? I forget. Okay, good night, Karen. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I'm not real good at keeping up with the chat. Like, I'm sure Karen put that up a few minutes ago and I just now saw it. But yeah, people think talking about adding clay to jewelry, they might think it looks one way, but the way I use it, it's it's pretty good. I have some stuff over here I could roll and get here. I'll be right back. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about so I don't have to try to explain it. It's just right over here. Hold on. Okay. Let me see. I have these on these cardboard stands. Hold on. Let me take it off. I mean, this is just one necklace. Of course, this doesn't have silver or anything with it, but it is polymer clay on a leather cord. I mean, like you would wear it like that, but it kind of looks like ceramic or enamel, and the shiny stuff is resin. I use UV resin. Um, this one I'm not going to take off because if I do, you won't be able to see. It's three different strands, but it's always backwards. So I'm trying to like put it straight. And but anyway, like that's clay. The pendant. I have crystal Swarovski crystals, and I also have like other clay. Like that's clay, and these little pods. They're like little seed pods. Those are clay. So anyway, thanks, Daniel. It's east of Sacramento. Okay. Okay. I lived in um, coffee first, please. I lived in Vallejo for a little bit, and then I moved to Benicia, which is right by Vallejo. Do you know where that is? Benicia was actually the first state um, capital of California, like way long time ago. They still have the first state capitol building. They give tours of it and stuff. It's a little Main Street California town, real cute little downtown. But um, I dated someone that lived in Sacramento, which is about a little over an hour drive south of Sacramento is Benicia. Bakelite, no, it's not. It's hold on. I have a bunch of it right here. It's you do bake it, yes, but it's there's different brands. I use Sculpey, Primo, or Sculpey. Um, Sculpey makes several different grades, I guess you would say. But yeah, all polymer clay that I use has to be baked at a real low temperature. That's what makes it strong. And then most of my stuff I resin and stick under I put it out in the sun sometimes because it's so much faster UV resin cures real fast out in the sunlight, or I have a little UV light. It's not plugged in right now, but that I cure stuff under. I have several of these lights um, that you cure the resin under those. Here's another pendant that I made out of scrap clay, the shine. But if you pretend there's a line down the middle, this is a mirror image of itself. Like um, I I put a whole bunch of scraps together, like little, and chopped it up and kind of put it all together. Um, am I on medication? Um, yes and no. um, I'm not on anything really on a daily basis. Um, I should be. I think my thyroid. I need to go get checked. Yeah. Why am I acting funny? um, I'm not on medication right now. I do have memory problems, if that's what you're talking about. I think some of it's my age, and some of it is from the head trauma that I experienced when I had my bicycle accident. But welcome, SDP Buffalo. Yeah, Daniel, you could see that it's a mirror image. Anyway, what I was saying was like, um, so you get some scrap pieces and you chop it all up like in little pieces and you smush it all together and you will get something that looks like, hold on, something that looks like this, just a big block of clay. And then if you take a slice, I'm going to slice a piece off the end. So I made the cut, and then when you open it up and you put it together, it's a mirror image. You see, I just opened it up, and like it's a mirror image of itself. And you can do it that way, or you can do it on the, I can't do it like with the camera, I have to look at it. But you can put it up to itself on either side, and you get I don't know. I love making stuff like this. I love seeing what comes out, you know. You get some really interesting stuff. But thank you, SDP Buffalo. I try very hard to be nice, and it's gotten a lot easier in my old age because I just don't expect that much from people like I used to. Um, you can't wait for Christmas? Yeah, me neither. Sales do go up around Christmas, that's for sure. But you know what I like? Like someone came here, an in-home health person came here. They were measuring like my doorways and seeing if I need ramps and stuff like that. And I showed her my jewelry, and I don't think, I can't remember anyone liking my stuff as much as this person. And it was, when people like my stuff, it just makes me feel so good. And I ended up giving her a bracelet and a ring that I had made out of copper, and I think the bracelet had some crystals with it. Anyway, I love being able to just give my stuff to people. And of course, like birthdays, Christmas, stuff like that. I don't, all I have to do is buy the wrapping stuff. I just make everybody's gift, which is good. It's hard for guys though. I mean, I have made a few men's bracelets, but a lot of men don't wear jewelry, you know. So, but I also make Christmas cards. I watercolor, um, and just nothing real elaborate. I'll show them sometime, but I don't paint that much. I do. I love abstract watercolors, so I have a lot of abstracts just for myself. Yes, SD Buffalo, SDP Buffalo. I had a bicycle accident 22 years ago, and it left me an incomplete paraplegic. Um, I've been in a wheelchair for about 22 years. I do have a little movement in my legs, so if I am holding on to something or if I have a walker, I can walk like from my wheelchair to the bathtub or from my wheelchair to the toilet, stuff like that. I can't do real distance. And I went over the handlebars. My front tire went over a 2 foot drop off that I didn't see. It was nighttime. And I went over the handlebars and landed on my left forehead, and it jammed my neck. So I didn't break my neck, but it jammed it. And there's a sack of fluid sitting at C5 right on my cord, and the doctors won't touch it because they're afraid that they would completely paralyze me. So, but I haven't been to a neurologist in probably 15 years. So, last time I was at my doctor, which was a little over a month ago, I mentioned that, and so they set me up with a neurologist, and I just need to make the appointment to go in there and see if they have anything new that they could do for me, because you never know. Yeah, thank you. It's not easy to hang in there, but I don't have much choice. I'll tell you that. Some days are better than others, but everybody has their good days and bad days. Yeah. I was saying at first it was really hard not to get frustrated at myself, because it takes me so long to do things. It used to take me 5 minutes, now it takes me 30 minutes to do the same thing. But it's been a long time. I said 22 years, so I've gotten I've gotten used to it. The only thing I haven't gotten used to is the pain. I have neuropathy pain from my waist to my toes in both legs, and it's debilitating, horribly debilitating. If I don't have pain medication, I'm no good. I can't get from my bed to the wheelchair, and trying to get from my bed to the wheelchair to the restroom is impossible to make it there on time. So if I have my pain medication, I can get up and have a um, as normal of a life as I need to be happy. My life will never be normal, but you know, it's normal enough to where I can be happy. Let me put it that way. Um, no, my family, that's a whole nother story. My mom, I say she disconnected from me 5 years ago. I'm not a Scientologist, never have been, and nor has she, but she actually hasn't spoken to me in 5 years. And somehow she got my family to do the same. Nobody would help me. That's why I was homeless for 2.5 years in a wheelchair in Austin, where all of my family lives. Yeah. Um, I live with my ex husband, who is a narcissist, and we get along like cats and dogs, but I don't really have a choice right now. I actually was offered a place to live just tonight, earlier tonight, in Northern California. So I live in Jacksonville right now. We're thinking of moving to northern Arizona along the Colorado River up there. There's Laughlin, there's um, Bullhead City, there's a couple of other little towns. So as of right now, I'm going on the cruise, but I'm thinking of taking that money and going to visit my friend in Northern California and checking out the living situation there. I haven't decided yet. I've never been on a cruise, and I think I really want to go on one, but it's not like I really have to. I could always do that another time, you know. So I have some decisions to make here in the next weeks coming up. So, but anyway, I am planning on going to Austin. I'm hoping this month, if I can ever get this project finished and get paid, then I can figure out if I'm going to make it to Austin this month or next month. Take the cruise. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that direction. Thank you, Oregon Valley girl. Appreciate it. But I'm doing. I mean, I do okay. I mean, I do have a roof over my head, and I have um, my own studio. I have my own bedroom and bathroom. I have an electric scooter. The only thing is that we just don't. We knock heads a lot because I'm not the same person that I was when he met me. When I met him, I was 17 and he was 42. And you can imagine the dynamics in that relationship. You know, I was the kid and he was the adult, is what it boiled down to. I never had a say about anything. And I guess he thought I was that same young, dumb girl. Now I don't, it takes me about 2 seconds to give him the riot act. I don't put up with anything from him anymore. And thank you, Daniel. I am strong, but you know, I don't always feel that way. But I am strong-willed. I know that. I'm very strong-willed. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Daniel. I will keep it that way. But sometimes it's to my detriment, my strong will, you know what I mean? So I have to, I don't know, the older I get, you know, I'm sure y'all feel the same way. The older you get, the wiser you get, and but I don't always keep my mouth closed when sometimes it would be better to keep my mouth closed. I'm not good at biting my tongue, I should say. And especially if they logically don't make sense to me, like um, you can tell. If things don't make sense to me and it's just like so easy for me to see, because I guess my mind is very analytical and like logical, and he's more like artsy, and I don't know how his logic works, but it works different than mine. And some of the things that I see so quick, he can't wrap his mind around it, and I get very impatient, and I need to work on that. I know. Move with my ex or no? Yes, Daniel, for sure. I know I've gotten wiser with age, for sure, 100%. Um, if yes, I would move with him to Arizona if if I don't decide to move with my friend to Northern California. Um, he does have me in his will to inherit everything, and I'm thinking, sorry if this hair is bothering me. Um, I'm thinking like he is 87, and one day he might need help, like feeding, like getting food or something. I might need to stick around for that. I mean, I really don't want to be taken off of the will because it's really to my benefit tremendously, or else I would. be living on my $900 a month for the rest of my life, and you know how hard that is. $900 is nothing to live on for a month. But be happy with yourself. No one needs anyone. Yeah, you're right about that. You are right about that. You like Western Caribbean spoil, next level spoil. What? I don't quite understand Oregon Valley girl. But anyway, yeah, I would move to Arizona. Like we lived in Las Vegas for 13 years, which is the same kind of same part of the country. So I know, what it's like to live there weather-wise, and you know, the heat, it gets very, very hot there, but that's why we work at night. I mean, it's hot here in Jacksonville because of the humidity. So I'm just ready to get out of Florida. I've lived here since my accident. Minus the 2.5 years I was homeless in Austin, Texas. And that was close to, it's been about 3 years now since I got off the streets. So, um, but yeah, the rest of 22 years I've lived in Florida because I was living with my mother and she lived in Florida. And I talked him into moving from Northern California back to Florida because my son, who is he 19 or 20? I can't remember. He was living here. And my son, I've lived in Jacksonville 2.5 years, and he has not once come to see me. Of course, now, mind you, he goes to college in Kentucky, to a little college there because he's playing football, but it's a horrible, hot, and humid place. It is. It is horribly hot and humid. Okay, good night coffee first, please. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yeah. And I lived on the Gulf side of Florida for what, 17 years in a place called Destin, which is by Panama City. It's south of Pensacola. It's up in the Panhandle. Um, yeah, I wasn't used to the east coast of Florida. I never really liked the east coast so much. I like the Gulf side better still to this day. I spent a little time in Naples, but mostly in Destin, Florida. They call it the Emerald Coast because the water is um, the color of an emerald. It's very beautiful, clean, and there's sugar sand beaches there. It's a big vacation spot for a lot of people. St. Pete Island. Yeah, I think I drove through, I used to have a doctor somewhere. I can't remember if it was in Clearwater or anyway, somewhere around Tampa area that I used to drive to. And so I know I've been to St. Pete, but I don't have much memory. I didn't spend any time there. Women had to think fast because we had to make sure bears didn't eat the children. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Right about that. But anyway, I think I'm going to hop off, you guys. I'm glad I got to show you some of the jewelry I make, so you got to kind of see. I just showed you some of the clay pieces, but I do have like, I don't usually make just sterling silver stuff. I usually like mix it with either copper or polymer clay or anyway, I have all sorts of stuff that one day I will have an Etsy shop that I can direct people to. That will be in the works hopefully after this project that I finish this weekend. Anyway, cruises are designed to spoil you to death. Well, then maybe I should go on one because I need that. But anyway, I will be back on. I never know when. I'm going to try to start making this a regular thing. So yeah, I'll send a link as soon as I get an Etsy shop. I will have it pasted everywhere for sure. But I'm going to try to start popping on this time of night or morning, wherever you may be, on a regular schedule, maybe 3 or 4 nights a week, and have different stuff to talk about. And we'll see. But I am going to concentrate on growing my channel starting this weekend. But anyway, thanks so much. I appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed, I know everybody always says this. I usually don't say please subscribe, but I need to get my count up. I need to get to 1,000 subs. So when I live stream from Austin, I'm able to do that through YouTube. I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers. I'm not sure. But anyway, I know there's a reason that people that want to live stream at the orgs, at the protests, there's a reason they need 1,000 subs. And I think it's so they can go straight through YouTube when they're streaming instead of like I'm going through StreamYard right now to YouTube. I think when you're protesting, you want to go straight through YouTube. Pretty sure that's why. I'll find out. But anyway, y'all have a great night, have a great morning, and I will see you on the flip side whenever that is. Bye now.